You will have some casualties after a battle ends. To replenish your army, go to the town. Select the army. Right-click on the town to deploy the army in it.
Back to the castle.
Click on the swordsman in your army. Click on the refill button to supply the squad with fresh men. Keep in mind that replenishing your squad costs money and dilutes the squad's overall experience, and their experience level will rise more slowly. Now you are ready to continue your campaign. You will now attack the enemy on his territory. You can select your armies directly from the royal court. Choose the army by clicking on your marshal in your court. Now invade the enemy.
I am leaving the castle.
You can plunder enemy rural areas to harass him and lower the morale of his armies as well as to loot. Attack the rural area.
Burn, burn, burn!
Now, after we have defeated his army and burned his rural areas, it is time to attack his lair. First, assess if the army you have is enough to capture the enemy castle. In your case, the army from the previous topic wasn't sufficient, and so you have been reinforced with additional squads. Select the army. Right-click on the town to lay siege on it.
Let none enter or leave this castle.
The siege will continue until the town runs out of food or until your army or the defenders die from siege attrition. You can always check on the status of the siege by selecting the besieged town. When your marshals fight, they gain experience, whether they win or lose. Of course, if they win, they add some hefty bonuses to the army and increase experience more quickly. When the experience bar is filled, the marshal will get a skill point that you can spend on some of the marshal's skills. Your marshal has done well in the previous topic and now has a skill point to spend. Now let's spend it. Select the marshal. Select an empty skill slot. Choose the skill. Let's select leadership. It will raise the morale of your armies. Now your marshal is a skilled leader. The more battles you win, the more skill points you earn, and eventually your marshal will become extremely strong. There are a wide array of skills to choose from. Experiment with the different skills and find the ones that suit your character best. Introduction to the Political View. Select Political View from the main interface. Here you can see all the kingdoms shaded in different colors. The dark lines are the borders of the kingdoms. You get summarized information about any kingdom by just clicking on it. For example, click on Leinster. What you see is the name of the ruler and the kingdom. The traits of the ruler, the agreements that you have with it, and your relationship. There are many filters that you can use to gain different information. The filters give you kingdom information and province information. The default mode of the political view is the kingdom filter. You can also check the relationship between you and the other kingdoms in the world. You can also check the stance of your kingdom. In other words, you can check whether you are at war with a given kingdom, or have a trade agreement, or an alliance, etc. You can also see the religion of the different kingdoms. Rumors are another important source of information for you. You can see what the rumors are about the selected kingdom at all times. But chances are that you will get much more detailed information if you have sent a spy there. Now let's check out the rest of the filters that give more province-related information. This is the revolt risk map. It shows the risk of rebellion in each one of your provinces. In this case, you have only one province with such a risk. This is the level of development and revolt risk filter. It enables you to take a quick glance at the level of development of each town, as well as the active rebellions in the world. At the same time, it gives you color-coded information about the revolt risk in your kingdom per province. You can also see what land features are present in your provinces, and which trade goods or exotic goods you produce or import. After you have gathered information, you can contact some of the other kingdoms and begin diplomatic negotiations. You can ask for an audience virtually anywhere by clicking an object, such as a rural area, town or army for example, that's owned by the kingdom you want to speak to. However, the best way to do this is to use the political view. It is much more convenient and the information is much more detailed. This is especially useful for negotiations. Before you engage in diplomacy, you have to consider what you want to achieve. Depending on your overall strategy, the diplomatic tools can be very powerful or totally useless. Have a look at what your current political situation is. Open the political view. Check if you are at war with someone. As you can see, you are at war with Munster. This is useful information. You are also at peace with Leinster. Let's continue your diplomatic adventure. Open the political view. Now try to sign a peace treaty with Munster. Please remember that any active war without a reason will increase the risk of revolt. Click on Munster. Click on the portrait of the ruler to get an audience with him. Munster and your kingdom have not fought a battle recently. Try to offer a white peace. Unfortunately, he has rejected your wish for peace. Maybe he wants you to pay him a tribute, which is quite preposterous considering that you've never met on the battlefield. Try to make him reconsider his foolish position. Open the political view. You learn now how to make an alliance with Leinster and ask them to attack Munster. First, check our relationship with Leinster. You are fortunate. Ireland has a perfect relationship with Leinster. The plan may work fairly well. Now click on Leinster. Ask for an audience. Offer a trade agreement. Now offer a pact of non-aggression. Now cross your fingers and offer an alliance pact. Perfect. Now the ruler of Munster will regret his impudence. Invoke your alliance with Leinster. Ask Leinster to attack Munster. As you have just seen, you can manipulate the game events in your favor. Diplomatic measures will work, but not all the time, just as it is in real life. As a rule of thumb, you must have good relations with a kingdom that you want to negotiate an agreement with. Another rule is that everybody likes gifts. The other, however, is up to you.